All right, let's play a little buy or sell, shall we? I got a couple of statements over here, and I want y'all to tell me if you buy or if you sell and why. And we're going to do this the right way. Where's my where is this thing? Oh, poof. Remnants of
Yeah,
root beer. Not fun.
that had to be a good one.
How did my late dad put it? From way down deep.
Oh, you leave me with a 2-liter bottle of Barks, and I have the same problem.
Yes. All right. Let's go, y'all. Buy or sell, presented by betus.com. It'll switch over to Wanna Parlay when I get all the graphics together. Let's do this. Statement number 1. The Dallas Cowboys will miss the playoffs. Are you buying or are you selling? Droid, I start with you.
You already know my answer. Buy. You got Dak, who's actually gone down with an injury for once in his career. So Cooper Rush will be starting. I mean, that's actually a positive for the Cowboys. CD Lamb is also dealing with a shoulder injury that he suffered against the Falcons after a lot of catches. Mike McCarthy kept putting him out there. He kept getting injured, and it was just a whole mess. And also Micah Parsons, one of the best pass rushers on the Cowboys, has also been out most of this season. So I can't see the Cowboys making the playoffs.
Dog?
I'm buying this based off the sole fact that they faced the Eagles twice. They've also got the Commanders twice, and then they've got the Giants at home to end this month alone, let alone the fact they got to face C.J. Stroud in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got Tampa Bay coming into town in December. So
and Tampa Bay is going to be a little mad. I'm buying it also. I was buying it at the top of the season because they did nothing to improve their team.
No.
They did absolutely nothing to improve their team, their line, or their attitude.
First thing they should have done is get rid of Pennywise.
Grab Victor real quick. You are not leaving, sir.
Oh, he ain't going anywhere. Because now we got that out the way. Let's make him laugh. The Denver Broncos will make the playoffs. I go to the big dog first.
I'm selling it. I mean, yeah, they're sitting at 5-4 right now, but Bo Nix has been inconsistent at best, and they've got a real tough road to go, including facing Kansas City twice, including next week, and then they back that up with a trip by Atlanta coming into town. I'm selling. I am not. No, they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm selling this one.
All right, Droid, to you. The Denver Broncos will make the playoffs. Buy or sell?
I mean, they just got destroyed by the Broncos. The Broncos they destroyed themselves. You heard that right. But they don't have too hard of a schedule besides the Chiefs and the Falcons. You know, that's just 3 losses, but you also got the Raiders, who they're going to stomp because they got no quarterback. You got the Browns, who are going to stomp because it's crab legs. The Colts, they'll probably take an L2 because Joe Flacco is just better. The Chargers will probably be their win, and then just because I think it's funny, they're probably going to beat the Bengals. And so I'm actually going to buy into this just because a lot of their schedule's a little bit easier in the long run, and they might have a winning record at the end of the season. So, I'll buy.
This was tough for me, but I'm going to buy it myself. I'm going to buy in. Now, that'll change in a couple of weeks probably, but there's something going on with Denver. There's a culture change going on in Denver, and Victor said it a lot with so many teams. There's a culture change going on with Denver, and I'm buying it. I'm going to buy in. Speaking of the Chargers, this will make Droid bristle at me. The San Diego Chargers will make the playoffs, and I'm going to get Droid out of the way right now with this statement.
No. The Chargers will not make the playoffs at all. I am selling this to hell and back. Yes, they have a over 500 record.
Mm-hmm.
They face the Titans next week. That's an easy matchup. But then you got Bengals, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs, and Bucks the next 5 weeks after. You are not making the playoffs. Sell.
No, I'm buying this. I'll buy it because the Chargers have, for some goofy reason, and goofy is a word I've used a lot this season. For some goofy reason, they're going to pull a couple of wins out of their ass that they have no business pulling. I'm buying this one. Big Dog, what do you got?
I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to put a caveat on this one saying they're going to be the reason Denver doesn't make the playoffs because the Chargers will take the wild card seed that would have gone to Denver.
Okay. Victor chimes in and says, I'm selling this only because they still got a lot of growing and progressing to do. You know what? I'm actually believing that. I'm still going to buy it. I'm still saying the Chargers will sneak in. I know we can't make Droid do it because of the team he's a fan of and the division that they're located in. All right, let's go to the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens will win the AFC North. I'll buy this one because I ain't buying Pittsburgh. They can't decide on a quarterback, even though Russell Wilson is showing some signs of life. Note the capitalized word in the middle of my sentence. Some signs of life. So I'll buy this one. I think the Ravens are still the kings of the North, and until Pittsburgh decides to grow a pair and beat them, I see nothing else changing. Droid?
I can't buy into Russell Wilson in a day in my life. The Bengals season is already done at this point. There's no coming back to make the playoffs. So you got to give it to Baltimore. You know, they've been making a great comeback since their L to the Raiders, which is still shocking me to this day. But yeah, let the quote the Raven.
I'm buying it for 2 words. Derrick Henry.
Yep.
And the Ravens were strong. The Ravens were strong going into the end of last year.
Yep.
They had the one little mistake against Kansas City that cost them the AFC Championship.
Yeah. And it was
but the North is still going to run through them. No one gives a crap who else is left in the North. Pittsburgh cooked. The Bengals are cooked. It's going to run through the North, through Baltimore. Due to Derrick Henry.
And we don't even have to mention Cleveland.
Oh, God. They're actually in the AFC North? God help us.
Yeah, God help us indeed. God help us indeed. Victor's buying it also. How about this one? I teased this one before the break. The Packers will miss the playoffs after what happened yesterday in Lambeau Field against Detroit, a team they have owned over the years. I am buying this one. Matt LaFleur cannot coach when the time matters most. It's been proven, and I say the Packers, adios, will miss the playoffs.
I'm saying they're missing it too. I mean, they've got the 49ers this month. They've got Detroit again in December, and then they've got the Vikings at the end of December. I hate to say it, but those are going to be 3 big games that they're going to end up dropping.
Yep.
And something weird tells me that Chicago might eke out one, if not both, meetings coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm not liking Green Bay's chances right now. Jordan Love's got a lot to prove, and right now he ain't doing it. So while the Packers may be looking good right now, I hate to tell you something, that 6-3 record's not going to stand up. You guys are missing the playoffs.
Droid?
Bye. It's LaFleur. Come on, man. Like, just because they made the playoffs last year and beat the Cowboys doesn't mean anything. It don't mean nothing. So I'm buying.
Yeah. Yep. And Victor's buying also. He's saying, buy. The Packers are not them. No, they are not. Let's stay in the NFC Central Division. And yes, I'm calling it by the old school name. I'll let y'all read this one and make your thoughts on your own. And I'll start with the big dog.
This is the easiest sell I have had to make in my life. Caleb Williams ain't him. That offensive line ain't it. And your run game sure as hell ain't it. You guys You're better off trying to get another number 1 draft pick than trying to make the playoffs. So, be gone with you.
All yours, droid.
I don't even know what to say anymore. All I get is disappointment.
Yes.
That's all I've gotten all year long from all these teams. It's just disappointment. And I'm selling this all the way. The Lions and the Vikings will be the top 2 teams in the North.
I'm selling this. I'm selling this. After the one play I saw Caleb Williams try to make out of the end zone yesterday, hell no. Hell to the no. They will not make the playoffs. Not this year, not next year, not the year after that, until Matt Eberflus is gone and they actually get some football people that actually know how to coach this team up and get them ready each week. Nope. I ain't buying it. Now, to the NFC West. The Los Angeles Rams will miss the playoffs. I'm buying this one. This is a buy for me. The Rams yesterday got lucky because they're facing an equally faltering Seattle Seahawks team. The Rams got lucky in week 2. They will not get lucky in week 16, and we know who they're playing in week 16. I ain't buying it, and I ain't having it. I'm selling this one. The Rams will. I'll buy this one. I beg your pardon. The Rams will miss the playoffs. Droid?
Puka Nacua got ejected yesterday in their game, so I can't buy into a team without a team like the Rams without a top receiver. So bye.
Who are you, the lost member of NSYNC?
Shut up.
Rams missing the playoffs. I'm buying that just based off their schedule alone. They've got the 49ers coming up. They've got the Saints coming up, even though they're not exactly 100%. They got the Eagles at the end of this month. And then they've got the Bills also inside December. I'm not liking their run that they've got here. Yeah, I don't see them making the playoffs at all. I mean, they'll be lucky to have a 500 record to end the season.
Yeah, no Puka, no playoffs. Speaking of which, let's stay in the NFC West. So I had so many people tagging me with this, saying the opposite of this. I still hold true to my statement that the Cardinals will blow it and miss the playoffs, and therefore I am buying this statement. I don't trust Kyler Murray. I just don't. I'm sorry. I mean, a lot of people will point to the win that they got in Santa Clara, and yes, it is true, but we gave y'all that game. We choked it away when Jordan Mason fumbled at the 10-yard line, and somehow Call of Booty Murray got it right and took you down the field for the winning points. You're not doing it again because we're going to run you over in Arizona, and that alone will make you miss the playoffs. I'm buying this one. The Cardinals will miss the playoffs, and they'll miss it going away. Droid?
I had to take a quick look at the Cardinals' schedule because I know they still have to play the 49ers another time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The team right now in itself is 5-4. Solid record. They play the Jets. That's a win. They play the Seahawks. Another win. They play the Vikings. Probably going to be an L. Play the Seahawks again. That's a win. Play the Patriots and Panthers and Rams. That's a win. Their last one is going to be an L to the 49ers. I say they make the playoffs over the Seahawks. So I'm actually going to sell this.
Unless FaZe picks up the entire Cardinal team and carries them in a Black Ops 6 playoff, that's the only one they're making. I'm sorry. I'm buying this one. They don't have a snowball's chance in the NFC West at all.
Just imagine if I was right. I'll be laughing.
You're going to laugh anyway. Let's take a look at the players, shall we? With tomorrow being the you-know-what deadline, Cooper Kupp heads to Santa Clara. I'll go to the big dog on this one. Why'd you look at me like that, Droid?
Why must you be so greedy?
Because we can.
I'm selling this one mainly because of the fact that I think there'll probably be somebody else that we're not expecting making an offer for Cooper that will actually tell the 49ers, hey, guess what? Your greed can go screw off. There'll be someone that will actually need Cooper. So we'll just have to wait to see who it is.
Go for it, Droid.
Sell. Sell. Cooper Cup, listen. Do you know how much the 49ers would have to give up just to get Cup? Because the Chiefs actually tried getting Cup. The Rams were asking for a lot, and we weren't willing to give it up. So we just went to Tennessee, a stupidly managed franchise, and said, hey, can we have him? And they're like, sure, you can have D-Hop. I actually think Cooper Cup is going to go to an NFC South team, one of the playoff contenders, either Tampa Bay or Atlanta. I'd like to see Atlanta just because of our brother Dixon.
Yep.
I'd love to see him go to Atlanta. If I'm gonna pick a team in the East that he's gonna go to, like NFC, AFC East, the Ravens are probably gonna pull some stupid trade just like they did last year for OBJ.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be real. They're gonna pull some stupid move that's somehow gonna catch their attention, and he's gonna go to Baltimore. I do not see him going to Santa Clara just because y'all are smarter with your management. You're not gonna give up too much for a player like Cooper Cup. So
right.
I'm selling this.
Yeah, I'm selling this myself because Cooper Cup is now on the category of oft injured, and I can't see how he would fit in that 49ers system. And also financially, it wouldn't be smart for them to try to make a move for him either. It was smart when they went after McCaffrey 2 years ago. It was smart when they went after Chase Young, and there's some flirtation going on with Chase Young again, as well as DeForest Buckner. There's another name we need to look at in terms of the greed for San Francisco, but I don't think Cooper Cup heads to Santa Clara. I, too, am selling this one. I'll tell you one that I'm going to buy, and that's this one. The Bills win the AFC East going away. After squeaking out a win on a 61-yard field goal against Miami, they just beat the best competition in the division, and no one's going to touch them. I'm buying this one. Droid?
The Bills will win the AFC East. I mean, who could really challenge them? I mean, the Dolphins, yeah, they're playing good again, but then they lost on a game-winning field goal to Mr. Wide Right, Tyler Bass. From the 61, Bills will win the AFC East. However, they'll lose in the playoffs to the Chiefs.
Note the Cheshire Cat grin on his face.
Oh, this pains me being a member of a rival team in the AFC East, but I have to buy this one. Buffalo is that team right now in this division. They've got no competition whatsoever. Miami's going to end up floundering away towards the end of the year. New England's already pissing a brick. So, seriously, who's left? The Bills are going to run away with this one and then run into Baltimore and get bitch slapped.
One more, and I'll let y'all read this one on your own. 49ers will win the West going away. I'm buying this one. They're just beat to hell right now, but they are off. They were off this past week, and a chance to heal, a chance to get McCaffrey back in week 10, and probably the week after that, we may see the one and only Dre Greenlaw back in to help that run defense. I'm buying this one with everything I got.
I'm buying it, but I'm going to negotiate the price down a little bit. I mean, you just said it yourself. You guys are hurt.
Yeah.
I would say you're going to win the West, but I'm not saying it's going away. There's still a little bit of injury plaguing you guys, and the schedule still isn't 100% favorable for you.
This is
true. I still see a couple of losses coming your way, and you're just going to have to hope it's not at a key time. I'm going to buy it, but I'm saving a little bit of money on my return.
All right. Finish it off, Droid.
I'm going to go the same way because, there's too many injuries on that 49ers team. I can't really fully trust them without them being fully healthy. They're still going to win the West, but I don't know about the rest. So I'm going to buy with a little money to spare. I'm going to ask for a price negotiable.
I can see that. I can totally see that. All right. That's our version of buy or sell presented by Bet